and Ted. Excellent. Make them listen to Simon and Garfunkel.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And you get Luke and Lewis on Triple M Modern Digital.
Luke and Lewis for lunch on Triple M Modern Digital. Actually, told a bit of a fib there. It's just me at the moment because Luke is currently outside the studio doing a brief celebrity interview. Come in, man. Come in. I think did you finish? Okay, well...
I finished the interview.
Brilliant.
It was brief and it was an interview.
See, that's the kind of things that we promise you. If we see a celebrity, we're getting a brief interview. Are we going to... Do you reckon you can edit that for today's show?
It'll be on the show today. I asked him a very hard-hitting question. Even he went, oh, God, that's a hard question.
Well, as long as it was hard and brief, that's what we're about in this show. And also coming up later, we're going to be talking about Jatz vs. Savoys.
Oh, the Savoy Jatz result came in on my Instagram poll last night, and all I'm going to say is... I was shocked, and you guys will too be at the result. So I don't want to say the result yet.
He's speechless, ladies and gentlemen, which is a very bad thing to have in a radio show. So coming up later, we're going to be revealing the result of the poll and having our briefest celebrity interview yet. This is Luke and Lewis for lunch. Are you aware with the news surrounding the Nintendo Switch console? I mean, obviously you'd be across it.
Lewis, just update me. Fill me in, man.
Well, my pleasure.
I'm not reading Nintendo Weekly.
Actually, I got this from Polygon News, so
I'm sorry.
Slow down your brakes.
Have you unsubscribed from Nintendo Weekly?
Well, I don't just subscribe to Nintendo Weekly because then I would only be able to cover Nintendo-related news. Sometimes I want to hear about Xbox, Sony, Microsoft. I'm all across everything, mate.
Or other things like politics, Trump, actual things.
Well, I'd rather learn about video games than whatever Trump's tweeting about, to be honest.
Tell me about Nintendo Switch, Lewis.
I'm glad you asked.
You asked me.
So, the Nintendo Switch is the new console made by, surprisingly, Nintendo. In under a year, they have sold 10 million units.
Is that a... Yes? Wow. I don't know nothing about video games.
10 million of anything is heaps. They've only
You were telling me yesterday Coldplay sold 80 million albums, so Coldplay are 8 times bigger than Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, but Coldplay have been around for a lot longer than less than a year.
Oh, Switch is the new console.
Yeah, Switch is like
impressive.
coming up on Coldplay stats.
Wow.
They should change it to the Nintendo Coldplay. Or maybe Coldplay and the Nintendo Switch are about to switch places.
I'm disappointed.
Done. That's it. That's it.
I'm disappointed at how much Radio Mike laughed at that. I think we need to have a team meeting after the show just to
Yes, and we should, me and Mike have just decided that you need to find me more funny. So Nintendo...
That's a hell of a lot of sales.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. Well done, Nintendo.
Yeah, you're welcome. I don't know. I'm not from Nintendo. I don't know why I said that. But Nintendo is, they're taking over the world at the moment. It's getting nuts. And I actually read a story about how crazy Nintendo is actually getting among people, especially in Japan. It's a giant tourist attraction in Japan for people to travel to the city, dress up as Mario characters from the game Mario Kart, and race each other's in themed go-karts. There's a company that leases out 1,000 go-kart spots per month just in Japan. 1,000 go-karts
just to pretend to be a Mario Kart.
Yeah, and this is not like in a go-kart arena. This is in the street, in traffic with other cars. And you're just in a go-kart pretending you're in a video game where you can't die. But it's real life.
But you can, and it's very dangerous.
Yeah, so Japan has actually...
It's like, mate, that's not Bowser's Castle. That's a traffic light. You need to stop. Calm down.
Japan have actually come up with a bunch of new laws to control this because it's getting out of hand. I wanted to give you the opportunity to try and guess some of the laws they've brought in about this because, my first thought was, obviously they would just make it illegal. But what do you think laws they've brought in?
Perhaps they've added in banana peels on the road to prevent
No, I've seen photos. That's already happening.
People are putting banana peels down?
Yeah.
Does it actually skid a car out?
I don't know, but there's no explosive blue shells.
Maybe they're arming the police force with green and red bombshells or something like that.
That would be a good
just
idea.
to eradicate all this hooning on the street.
That would be a really good idea. But no, the only law that they have brought in is just this one little law. You can do it if you wear a seatbelt.
That's just every car.
Yeah, except it's a go-kart and you're in costume driving in the streets. But if you wear a seatbelt, even though you're going to go underneath a car, for some reason, that's totally fine.
Jesus. I'm glad I don't know how you want me to react to this, other than we're not moving to Japan, and that sounds dangerous and irresponsible.
Okay, so the main thing to take away from this, guys, is if you do go-karting, keep it in a go-kart centre. Maybe don't dress up. Don't do it in Japan.
Or how about stop trying to pretend to be in a video game, you nerds. Lewis, yesterday on the show, we opened up a debate that has since become... It's gotten out of hand.
It's more than a debate. It's borderline a world war. Well, only involving Australians.
We've divided a nation
war.
yesterday on the show. We were discussing... Well, yesterday it started off, I was accused of being a Jatz man over a Savoy Boy regarding my savoury bicky choice. My preferred savoury bicky choice is, of course, Savoy's, because I'm a born and bred Savoy Boy through and through.
Mate, it's Savoy Boy, Monday to Friday, bit of a clicks fix.
On the weekend.
On the weekend, but I don't know where you're going to fit in any time for some Jatz.
Yeah, so
No
literally...
time for Jatz over here. Way too busy for a horrible biscuit.
We're not Jatz Rats.
No way.
As a kind of a joke almost, just to prove a point, I thought it would be funny to start up an Instagram poll yesterday before the show, because we're having this discussion between ourselves. And I was like, I'll start up an Instagram poll. What do people prefer, Savoys or Jatz as a biscuit?
And we were both laughing about it because obviously Savoys are going to win because anyone who's had Savoys and Jatz knows that Savoy Boys are superior.
Yes. And we thought it would come in maybe 90-10 in Savoy's favour, thinking 10% of people would think it's funny to choose Jatz.
Yeah, they wouldn't even... It's obviously not serious. That's just a bit of a controversial joke.
Lewis, it's been 24 hours. The poll has since ended on my Instagram story.
So what is it, like 90-10?
Would you like to know the results? Well, yesterday on the show, it was sitting at exactly 50-50.
Yeah, but once we got the word out to, all of the listeners, obviously the Savoy Boys would have risen up and voted the correct way, and it should be about 90-10 or...
Lewis.
Drum roll, okay.
The results came back.
Uh-huh.
It was exactly even.
What?
50-50. 766 votes for Savoys and 766 votes for Jatz. I've never seen an Instagram poll so close in my life, let alone over such a hard-hitting, highly debated snack.
I have never been more disappointed in exactly 760 of our listeners before in the history of our illustrious radio career. This is appalling.
But I've also never been more thrilled for the other 766 Savoy Boys who are out
Savoy
there
Boys.
repping it proud. But
where are all of these Jatz Rats coming from?
we didn't even know there were this many people who preferred Jatz over Savoys. Did some research overnight. Lots of people contacting the show, contacting us. Found out that many states don't even sell Savoys. So we're outnumbered as Savoy Boys, but still coming in as 50-50.
Is there some kind of anti-Savoy conspiracy going on in the New South Wales government? Why won't they let our Savoys across the border?
Yes, well,
The bloody Donald Trump of savoury biscuits.
So
New South Wales.
they're building a wall.
The Savoy wall.
Yes.
Stop the boys.
So this is, as far as my understanding goes, Arnott's distribution policy about with their savoury biscuits is this is I'm not confirmed, but I believe it's WA has Jatz, South Australia and Victoria are the only people who have Savoys, and then all up the east coast, up the coast is Jatz. So
I think we need
more states have Jatz than Savoys.
What we're going to have to do, Luke, is we're going to have to nuke the East Coast. Because we need to get rid of these Jatz.
Yeah, with malt. Which is, of course, the key ingredient to a Jatz, and explains why it crumbles in your mouth so easily. Opposed to the golden syrup, which is in Savoys, and that's why it has that golden crunch when you bite into it every time.
I don't know where all these Jatz Rats are coming from. Are they crawling out of the sewer? Where are they coming from? But you know what? We need to fix this issue because it seems like the only reason to be a Jatz Rats is because you haven't experienced the joy of becoming a Savoy Boy. You don't have the Savoy Boy joy, and that's what we're bringing to you guys.
After the break, we'll get started in trying to decide this once and for all. We've divided a nation, and we can't leave it at this. So we'll come back. We'll continue resolving it after the break. Bear with us. It's pandemonium. We didn't expect this result. It's like when they have like a hung parliament. No one knows what to do here.
It's the listeners are just absolutely shocked. They don't know what to think, but it's our responsibility, Luke, to bring the listeners the Savoy Boy joy.
Yeah.
So after this, we're going to be doing that. This is Luke and Lewis for lunch. It's time to talk about the Jatz versus Savoy saga that we've have going on for the last 2 days now.
Well, before the break, we revealed that we did an Instagram poll in order to decide which biscuit is the better, who prefers what. So whether it's Savoy biscuits or Jatz biscuits, we took it to Instagram, and much to our surprise, the poll came back an exact tie. 50-50 each way, 766 votes aside.
And we've been doing a lot of research as to why anyone would choose Jatz over Savoys, and we've figured out that the only reason anyone would pick Jatz over Savoys is because some states only get Jatz. Every person who has had both bickies is like, yeah, Savoy Foy for life. Death to the Jatz
Savoy
Rats.
Foy, yep.
But the only reason anyone is a Jatz Rats, as far as we can tell, is because they are unfortunately ignorant to the bliss.
That's all they know.
Yeah, they haven't experienced the Savoy Boy joy.
Yeah.
So we need to fix this issue.
Well, we needed to first of all get to the bottom of, decide a winner here, just to prove, whether that's Jatz Rats are more popular. Maybe we concede. I don't want to concede as a Savoy Boy, but we just wanted to get to the bottom of this because currently we've got a nation that's divided over this biscuit feud, and I feel like we started it, we need to finish it. So during the song there, we actually tried to get onto Arnott's and give them a call, just to see, perhaps find out what they think or what sells better.
We'd be able to find out what they think is better, what they try to make better, what sells better, and, or even discover why they don't deliver Savoys to New South Wales.
Yeah.
I mean,
why are you punishing the other states like this, Arnott?
Yeah, it's borderline abuse, really.
So we could be really getting in some sort of conspiracy here, but we gave them a call, and you know what, Arnott, we've been tweeting them all day. Radio Mike's been on the phone to try to get into their PR team all day.
They've been very tight-lipped. It's almost like they're hiding something about this Jatz thing. I think I just tweeted them now. We know you're hiding Jatz Rats fugitives within your business.
Yeah.
I think there are a few people who actually do like Jatz better.
Yeah.
And they're just holding on.
Maybe their headquarters.
They're trying to stop the world from experiencing Savoys because they know the moment that happens, Jatz are dead.
Yeah, they've got their headquarters in the sewers. There are a bunch of Jatz Rats down there, just
dogging the Savoy
spreading
boys.
the disease of this biscuit, this savoury biscuit. And honestly, we're fed up. So we called Arnott's, and before we get to the call, we realised, as we were progressing through their automated calling system, they said, "Oh, we'll put you on hold now." And then we realised that.
No, they didn't say we'll put you on hold. They said we'll transfer you to someone. And then they put us through and we could hear the phone ringing, but it rang for ages and we listened for long enough to realize we weren't actually being transferred. They were just playing us a loop of a phone ringing.
Yeah, so you'll hear us, and that's why we need to explain it. The first bit of this call, it's us just working out the disrespect of Arnott's putting us on a phone call loop, because you'll hear it clip.
I told you they were hiding something.
This is how the call just went with Arnott's.
It's weird.
It loops. The loop's marked up on the ring.
Oh, so we're not even on like a recording of a ring.
Yeah.
That's rude.
Yeah, because it keeps
Pretending
looping
that it's
wrong.
ringing. That's disrespect.
This is Gillian speaking.
How you going? My name's Luke. I'm calling from Luke and Lewis for lunch on Triple M Modern Digital. Lovely to meet you. Today on our radio show, we're actually having a hotly debated discussion about what we prefer, Savoys or Jatz.
Yeah, I'll need to give you the number to our PR department.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so could I just put you on hold while I look for the number?
Before you do that, what do you prefer, Savoys or Jatz?
I personally prefer Savoy.
Savoy boy, love it.
She's a Savoy boy.
Yeah, we don't like Jatz Rats on our show. No offense to your other biscuit that you guys make.
Yep, no problem. All right, could I just put you on hold while
that's
I get
fine.
the
Yeah,
number
that'd be
for you?
great.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you.
So, as you heard, Arnott's is being very, really just avoiding our questions, putting
Once
us
again,
on hold,
tight-lipped.
lying about transferring us. We finally get to speak to a human. She's like, "Oh, I'll transfer you." And you know what happened? She tried to transfer us, or so we thought, but then the phone just hung up. The person that she transferred us to was not at their office.
Yeah, their PR team is not responding to us. What are you hiding, Arnott's? We're going to get to the bottom of it. So we'll make it our mission on this show to get an answer on probably what sells better, just so we can decide once and for all, is Savoy or Jatz? What is the superior savoury biscuit?
I'm telling you guys, there's
It's
a
clicks.
conspiracy.
We all know that. But what is the second tier?
The ones that most people can afford. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a conspiracy going on here, and we're getting to the bottom of it. Right now, we are going to do this.
Cole's Homebrand Jams.
Bippity boppity boop, low prices.
That is right. It is time for Cole's Homebrand Jams. We realised a couple of weeks ago on the show that when we called Cole's for another prank call, they have incredibly jazzy and funky and easy to rap to hold music.
Yeah, it really compels rapping and rhymes as soon as you listen to it.
The rhymes just start flowing. As soon as that music starts, it gets going.
So the first time we called them, we just spontaneously started freestyling.
Yeah.
The second time we called them, we actually wrote some bars for it.
Yeah.
But now we were thinking,
Let's take it up a level, you know. We're quite new still in the rap game, but I think if we keep upping our rap game till diss track level.
yeah. Because that's a really good way for new and amateur upcoming rappers to get noticed is in the rap battle scene. So what we've done is we've actually written some bars, and we're going to have a little bit of a rap battle to the Cole's hold music. So, Mike, give them a call now, and let's start this battle off. You are going down, mate.
Welcome to Cole's Customer Care.
Alrighty.
Welcome to Cole's Customer Care. My name is George. May I please start with your first name, please?
Hi, George. It's Lewis again. I think you spoke to us the first time. We're actually calling up to have a rap battle to your hold music. Could you...
So sorry for new listeners. When we were prank calling Coles the other day, we actually spoke to George on the phone during our prank call. Is this the same George?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, mate. Could you transfer us to literally any department that you're pretty sure has no people working, so we can enjoy the hold music?
I don't know if I can do that. I can transfer you somewhere, but...
You can just put us back on hold for a couple of minutes if you want.
Oh, yeah, just put us on hold, George.
Go to the toilet, man. Go have a break. We'll just be jamming.
I just had a break.
All right, transfer us anyway, mate. We don't care. We just want that hold music.
I'll transfer you to Flybys. A lot of people complain there.
Thanks, George.
Thanks so much, George.
Thank you.
Welcome to Flybys. We are currently experiencing
Flybys
longer
has
than
some
normal
fly
wait
music.
times.
Oh,
You
perfect.
can redeem rewards and update your personal details online
Brilliant.
at flybys.com.au.
Love a long wait.
Please continue holding if you would like to speak to a member of our team. Thank you.
Here we go.
Don't worry, we'll continue holding.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
we're back.
Let's be quick. Okay.
Welcome to Flybys. This is Heather.
Hi, Heather. Could you please transfer me to customer service? I actually hit the wrong button for Coles.
Oh, okay, so you were looking for Coles. Right. I may need to pop you on hold because... what was the issue? Sorry, I'll just see if I can help you first of all.
The issue was lack of rhymes being thrown around.
We just want to listen to the hold music.
Sorry, so
We just want to listen to the hold music?
you just want to listen to the hold music?
Yeah.
So good. Have you heard it? It's really
Right.
jazzy.
Okay, I'll pop you on hold and just let you listen to that then for a
Oh,
moment.
Thank you so much.
Like a minute or two would be great. We just want to have a rap battle over it.
No!
That's the wrong music.
This is way too relaxing.
I can't spit rhymes over this. I'll fall asleep.
You know what?
Give me a cocktail, I'll put my feet up to this, but I'm not throwing down rhymes.
You know what she's done? From my experience of working in a call center, she is loving her time not working.
Yeah.
You can just put a customer on hold and your boss can't tell that you're not actually doing any work. So she's just like, sweet, a little bit of a holiday, but she's given us the wrong hold music. This is really nice.
Well, let's wait for her to come back. I'm going to complain. Let's ask me put through to complaints. Then complain about our hold music.
I don't know if we're even going to get to do this segment.
This is quite relaxing, guys. I think we might have to go to a song.
All right. Well, this is Luke and Lewis for lunch. Apologies for lack of rap battles. We'll try it again tomorrow. Right now, Luke, it's time to do this. Getting the biggest celebs.
And asking the hard questions.
Well, hard question.
This is Luke and Lewis's Brief Celebrity Interviews.
That's right, listeners. It's finally come. If you don't know, Brief Celebrity Interviews is a segment where, you know, celebrities at the radio station, they're walking around all the time and they are never on the way to our studio for an interview.
No, because why are you puffed, Lewis?
I was dancing. I invented a new dance that I wanted to show everyone.
Yeah.
It was very amusing, listeners.
He was celebrating that we got such a such a high, star-studded guest today on today's show. So, yeah, if you're listening to the show...
I'm excited.
Before the show, it happened, I did the brief celebrity interview as we were literally, Mike's on in 3, 2, 1. I saw a celeb, and I ran out of the studio.
I had to start the show by myself,
Yeah.
the Luke and Lewis show, and explain why you weren't there, and I was watching you do this brief interview, and oh my lord, listeners, was it brief. You were in and out with about 15 seconds.
Yeah, it was a very brief interview. It was with Gary Megan from MasterChef. Celebrity chef, one of the judges, was cruising around the studios, and he was not booked in to do our show, but that doesn't stop us.
The reason why we do brief celebrity interviews is because our show isn't big enough to get guests, so we just sort of ambush them in the hallways on their way to talk to somebody else or go to the bathroom.
Yes.
That's all we can get. Luke, just before the listeners listen to the interview, should you brace them for it? Is it a bit of an expose, a scandal? What's the hard-hitting question?
Put it this way. I'm not going to tell you what the question is, because that will be revealed in the brief interview. But all I'm saying is...
interview.
Yeah, it is. It's actually more than 50% of it is the question.
3-word question, 3-word answer.
But all I'm going to say is, I asked him one of the hardest questions you can ask a chef, and it absolutely stumped him. I spooked him real hard from the start, and I think he fumbled his way through an answer, which does end up being pretty controversial by the end.
That's incredible. Let's have a listen.
I'm Luke here with Gary Megan from MasterChef. Gary, what's your favourite meal?
You know what it is? It's time and place for me. So it could be fish and chips by the sea, or it could be caviar in a very expensive restaurant.
Thanks so much, Gary. That's all we have time for today. Cheers.
That's incredible. What? Luke and Lewis have done it again. Nobody's getting these scoops. Nobody's getting these exclusives. No one is doing interviews this brief or shocking. His favourite meal is one of two options.
He's a celebrity chef, and his favourite meal, I would not have called that, is just fish and chips by the beach, which means me and celebrity chef Gary Megan have exactly the same palate.
Wow.
I thought he'd be into perhaps some of the finer things. He did say caviar at the end, which is, of course, one of the finer things in life. But fish and chips.
Man, you know,
you can't go past a fried chip.
Hearing that interview, Luke, as someone who has also briefly interviewed celebrities before, I'm a bit of a journalist myself, dabble in it for a couple of seconds every couple of weeks. And I got to say that was incredibly inspirational.
Thank you.
And to the listeners who might not know who Gary Megan is, he's the MasterChef judge that doesn't punch people at the footy.
Yep.
And we assume he pays his employees, depending on what the news comes out with the next.
He's the
18
least
months.
scandalous MasterChef judge. And you know what?
Until now.
Yeah, that's true. After that interview, don't even read the news tomorrow because you heard it here first. And I'm bringing content like that to the show.
Incredible. You know what? I can't wait for our next brief celebrity interviews. We can't promise you when it'll be because, like we said, it could be during our show. I might see someone walking past, in the next 30 seconds and I'll leave. But we can tell you that brief celebrity interviews will be coming back.
Lewis, is that Barack Obama?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. This is Luke and Lewis for lunch. Lewis, as you know, because it's scheduled in your diary, tomorrow is the day of your Christmas surprise, your scheduled Christmas surprise.
Yes, because from what I understand, you've been planning this Christmas surprise for about a month, but you accidentally let slip while we had a guest on our show that it was a thing, and I found out about it, and now you're pretty much just trying to play it cool as if you planned to tell me that a surprise was coming up.
We planned that week 1, that in week 3 I would let slip on radio that there is a surprise. Okay. And mate, you absolutely, I've got you wrapped around my finger right now.
Well, it's in my Google Calendar. It's scheduled in, so I still contend.
After the show, 3 p.m, the surprise is going down.
Still contend that that's not exactly a surprise, but
well, it is a surprise because you'll be surprised, and
I know
that's the
exactly
thing.
About it.
Right? Well, you don't know what it is. What is it? Say you don't know what it is. Now, Lewis.
Something underwhelming.
You have brought this to my attention that you don't think the reason why you've been doubting it is because I keep saying, no, you're going to like it, trust me, and you keep not trusting me.
Because here's the thing, if you told me that it was a surprise that I would not like, I could guess it easy, I reckon. I could give me 3 questions and I could nail it. But because you are so adamant, and Radio Mike's in on this, and our producer, everyone in our show is so adamant that I'm going to love it, I'm just thinking, why would he be really nice to me?
Yeah.
doesn't sound that funny.
It's really throwing you off.
Yes, I've got no idea what's coming.
But I had a
Very
plan.
nervous.
I had a plan to prove it to you today. You've mentioned to me in the past, just as we've been talking about the Christmas surprise during the, you've been trying to get out of me all week, and you've mentioned that your girlfriend Jasmine, who's quite a regular on the show, is very against surprises.
Yes, she absolutely hates surprises. I remember the first time I tried to surprise her properly for her birthday in our relationship, we almost had a relationship ending fight over it because she just couldn't handle the suspense
of not knowing.
Well, she knew it was. You know what? I scheduled in a surprise. That was my first mistake, and she was like, "Oh, when's it coming? What is it? I want to know." And then, it just turned into this big thing. So you're lucky I'm not having a panic attack over you, mate.
So would you agree that if I got Jasmine to even admit how good a surprise this is, as someone who hates surprises, it's a pretty good surprise?
Oh, yeah. Well, and also because she's really good at surprising me. She's the best at gifts.
She mentioned that.
If she says that whatever you have planning is a good gift, then it'd be better than good, really.
Well, I called her before the show,
Okay.
and I told her the surprise, and obviously I cut out the bit where I told her what the actual surprise was. So all that
I won't know.
I'm not going to spoil it, mate.
Are you sure? You've already done it.
But I've cut out Thingo. There's just a pre-recorded message of me saying the surprise is currently being revealed. Then it throws back to her reaction.
Okay.
And I think, well, just hear how it panned out.
Oh, hi, Luke.
How you going, Jazz? So you're probably aware that I'm organising Lewis a Christmas surprise.
Yes, I have heard about this surprise that you are holding over him.
And you don't know what that is either, do you?
No, I have no idea what you're planning, but it can't be good. No surprise is ever good, is it?
Yes, so I have heard from Lewis that you don't particularly enjoy surprises yourself, so I thought I'd give you a call, and if I figure that if I can impress you with the surprise, someone who hates surprises, then it must be a good surprise.
Well, we'll see. I doubt I like it.
All right, okay, well, Jazz, I'm about to tell you what the Christmas surprise is. Are you ready?
Okay.
Brace yourself.
Okay.
Alert, alert, surprise reveal in progress. Counting down to Jazz's reaction in 3, 2, 1. Yes. It's good, isn't it?
How did you? Oh, that is brilliant. I would not. Oh my God.
So even you hate
When
surprises.
Is this tomorrow? That's not fair. That's like I'm never going to be able to give him anything better than that.
Do you reckon Lewis will like it?
Oh, he will cry.
He will cry. Oh, man.
Give him that. It's not fair. Like, you've now superseded me. You've replaced me. There is nothing left in the sanctity of Lewis in my relationship. Now the ultimate. I've always been the ultimate gift giver. You can ask Lewis.
Yep. I've outdone you.
I'm actually shocked.
Well, you know what?
Are you?
I'm glad that I've shocked someone who hates surprises. Someone who can't be surprised. I've definitely surprised you. Well, thank you very much for joining me, Jazz. I think that does prove that I've planned a good Christmas surprise, and he will still be surprised, even though it's scheduled and he knows it's coming.
I'm still so shocked. Like, I'm really processing this. Don't. Oh, my God. Okay, I got to go.
All right. Lovely to speak to you, Jazz. Make sure you don't tell him, by the way, because it will completely ruin it.
Obviously, I won't.
Cool.
He needs to know. It needs to be a surprise.
It needs to be a surprise. All right. Thank you very much for your time. Have a good one. Enjoy your day. Lewis?
Yes?
What do you think?
Mate, she's freaking out, and she's sent me like 3 texts. I'm just reading them off my phone. Oh my God, you are going to die. You're going to love it so much. Luke Kidgel, I would like to officially change my emotional state from nervous and confused to officially excited.
We've done it. He's surprised. He's excited for
I can't wait. I'm going to be so
He's excited for his scheduled Christmas surprise. Schedule it in, mate. Make sure you give yourself a reminder at 2:03.
I've set an alarm. It's in my Google Calendar. I've just got an Android phone so I can get another type of calendar. I'm super excited about this. It's so good that it's going to ruin my relationship with Jazz. You heard it here first.
It's going down tomorrow after the show. This is Luke and Lewis for lunch.
Oh,
Lewis, it's that time of year again.
He's got it out.
I'm closing it. I just accidentally opened the book. Lewis is very excited because I've busted out the Scott Cam's book today, his original book, Out the Back with Scott Cam, his first ever book. It's How to Be a Bloke in Your Own Backyard, projects, maintenance, tips, and some funny yarns. So it's
this is the segment where Luke lets me read it.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
But
wow.
there's usually...
Why is there always a but? Why can't you just be a good mate? Let me read the Scotty Cam's book. Let me drink from the pool of knowledge that is Scotty Cam's Out the Back.
Because that would make good radio.
I don't care. This goes beyond radio.
No,
this
it's
is
my
actually,
book.
This is damaging our off-air friendship.
It is a bit. I always
You know,
catch
listeners,
Lewis.
he hides the book after every show.
You don't know where I keep it
don't
in the
know where
building.
you put it. It's hidden. I've tried to look at it so I could bring it onto the show and read it for you guys, because the listeners want to read from this book as well. But you hide it
mate,
every day.
trust me.
And you come on here and you tease me with it. Let me into the book.
Trust
I'll
me,
do anything.
They all know that it's my book, and then therefore it's my decision on when you get to read it.
Well, I'm just saying, listeners, that I could make it our book.
I've let you twice already on the show read the book. I don't know what more you want. Yes, you have to eat
The
some
whole
chili
book without
and
doing things that have nothing to do with reading.
I was trying
at all.
to custom you to Scott Cam's hot chili sauce, which was the secret ingredient to Cam's corned beef.
I read the ingredients. In nowhere did it say you need to have a teaspoon of Nando's hot sauce. So I think you just did that because you're mean.
Well, today I'm passing over the book now.
Okay.
Today I thought one thing that would be quite fun to read is chapter. It's in the first chapter, page 10. What is a bloke sexual? It's all about
I don't even know what a bloke sexual is.
It's about how to be a true blue Aussie bloke.
Right.
And
So it's the opposite of a metrosexual.
Yes. And I'm
wonderful.
passing Lewis the book now, and he's just
Okay.
opening it. And
Why? Why are there jats on the page?
there
Luke?
is 3 jats over
You're
the
really-
page,
this
covering
is such
each
a-
paragraph.
Such a conflicting feelings that I'm going. On one hand, Scotty Cam's book,
Yeah.
really cool. On the other hand, jats, I want to spit on him.
Yeah.
But outside of my mouth.
If you want to learn what is a bloke sexual and drink from the pool of Scott Cam's knowledge, you just got to become a Jatz Rat live on air on the show. Around the nation, Lewis converts from a Savoy boy to a Jatz Rat, or mate, just don't read the book. I don't care.
Dude, this is like the scene from Harry Potter where Harry makes Dumbledore drink from that cup that poisons him just so he can get to the Horcrux.
Yeah.
Do you understand how difficult Dumbledore found that? It was essentially torture.
And he died later in the film too, so think
You're
about your
trying to
actions.
kill me, mate.
Not really, I'm trying to give you the
Right,
knowledge.
well-
Oh no. He's looking at the Jats.
Jats. You know what, Luke? I really want to read this book,
He's not going to read it.
but I will never dog the Savoy Boys.
He's just
Get
cracked the
these outta
Jats.
here.
He's
I'm
throwing
not
them on
reading
the floor.
I'm not doing that. Get out of here. I'll never dog the Savoy Boys. I'm not a Jatz Rat. Get that book out of here,
Well,
mate.
Lewis,
What?
it was a test and he's passed. They were actually Savoys and
Oh, I
he didn't
broke them all.
divulge.
Oh,
Did
put them on the floor.
Mate, I wasn't going to buy Jats from the supermarket. Who do you think I am? I'm not going to support Arnott's
I'm
in
just
that
eating
side
them
of the
off
business.
the floor.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry, Savoys. Sorry, boys.
Page 10, mate. Read
Oh.
away. Yeah, you deserve it.
Oh, mate.
You passed the test.
Dude, this is the best day ever. Savoy's and Scotty Cam.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna
I had
cry.
to reward that. I just wanted to test to see if you'd eat a Jats on air.
All right.
And it
Well,
was a Savoy all along.
listeners, let's find out what a bloke sexual is, shall we?
How about you chew your Savoy first?
Mate, give me some more Savoys. Okay, so a bloke sexual. I'm going to do it in Scotty Cam's voice. A bloke sexual is the complete opposite of the metrosexual. Although, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what a metrosexual is or does. So I'd best just talk about the bloke sexual. I'm a self-confessed bloke sexual. Sport plays a big part in the bloke sexual's life. Participation is not essential. Watching on the tube or at the ground is quite acceptable. What else do we have here? But more importantly, the things he doesn't do are just as important. Facials are out. No facials. I've done a face mask before. No facials. Thanks,
Yeah.
Scotty Cam. Having a facial will be like breaking all the 10 commandments on the same day. Bloke sexual likes his sport. He doesn't mind the odd beer. He keeps reasonably fit and he works hard. He's not overly concerned about his appearance, but he is not a slob. Now here's a true blue, dinky die Aussie. Scotty Cam, out the back, book of knowledge with Savoys. Thanks, mate. Best day ever.
You're
Let's end
welcome.
the show. It can't
Mate,
get any better
I had
than
to
that.
reward you. End the show. That's all we have
That's
time
it.
for.
Oh, man. This is so good.
Mate, I'm so glad you passed that test. If you had have dogged the Savoy Boys, because they were Savoys along, I'm not even going to buy Jats. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, dude. I'm so thankful. If you spent show money on Jats, I would have quit.
Yeah.
This is Luke and Lewis for lunch. We'll see you tomorrow.
And also, before we go, Lewis,
Yes?
tomorrow is the day of your surprise. It won't be happening tomorrow on the show. Obviously, it's scheduled in for 3:03. It will be happening after the show.
So you'll hear about the surprise on
Friday's show. Friday's show, hear all about the surprise, find out what it is.
I suppose tomorrow will just be a gigantic build-up knowing you to the surprise.
Tomorrow, Luke's Day of Surprises. Let's do it.
Luke and Lewis for lunch.